Okay, so again, remember, what is it that men want to do? Well, they want to obtain status so that they can find the most attractive mate. Okay, so we're going to now look at statistics from dating websites. Okay, online dating websites. This is from OkCupid. Okay, OkCupid, which is one of the more popular dating websites in the United States. And so we have a lot of statistics about how people behave online. So look at this, guys. Okay, if you're an Asian female and an Asian man gets in touch with you, about 22% of these Asian females will respond to an inquiry, a first message, if the person is an Asian man. But what's interesting is that if it's from a white guy, then there's more interest, 29%. That's a pretty significant difference, okay? So this is just a first reply. Now what's interesting is that if you're an Asian male, okay, what's interesting is that people are less likely to respond to you. Okay, so this is another map that shows us statistics from the dating website. Okay, so this is white woman. Okay, let's look at white woman and how interested they are in other ethnicities. If you are white, okay, Caucasian, they're very interested. In fact, they're the most interested. If you're black, they're not as interested, okay? If you're Hispanic, they're not interested. But look at this. If you're Asian, they are least interested, okay? That's interesting. But look at this. If you are an Asian woman, okay, you're pretty interested in white guys. You're most interested in Asian guys, okay? And you're similarly interested in black and Hispanic guys. So it seems that in the dating market, one group that is most discriminated against are East Asian men, okay? Another group that's also discriminated against heavily are black women, okay? All right. Okay, so if you look at marriage patterns, there's also discrimination against East Asian men, okay? So 20% of East Asian women will marry white guys. Okay, so if you are an East Asian woman, you are attracted to white guys and you're attracted to East Asian guys primarily. But if you are an East Asian man, okay, all right, here, you're not that attractive to white women, okay? So 20% of East Asian women will marry a white person, but only 9% or 10% of Asian men will marry a white woman. So this leads to a disparity in the marriage market. And what this means is that for East Asian men under 25 years old, 75% are single, meaning they cannot find a date or a partner, okay? Okay, so this leads to a very, very stark conclusion for East Asian men. The reality is that if you're an East Asian man in America, people don't find you that attractive. Okay, so they did a lot of studies about the dating market in America, and the radical conclusion that they have is this, okay? A white woman, okay, is more attracted to a white man than an Asian man. And how do we know this statistically? If a white man makes $62,000 a year, for the Asian man, to be as attractive to her, the man, the Asian man, needs to make $300,000 a year. That's a huge, huge difference. In other words, a white woman will be attracted to the average white guy, and she will only be interested in the highest earning Asian guys. Okay? But not only are they making a lot, but these Asian guys are actually at the top of their fields. Because $200,000 in America is actually a lot of money, okay? So you have to be a surgeon, you have to be a top lawyer, you have to be an entrepreneur in order to be attractive to just the average white woman, not even the most attractive white woman. So this is actually a pretty stark situation for Asian men. And so you have a really strange situation where Asian men, East Asian men, did everything right. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They went to school, worked hard in school, got the best grades, then worked hard at their jobs and did very well in their jobs. But now two things have happened because they follow the rules, because they did everything right. They didn't commit any crime, they're not on welfare, they pay taxes, they contribute to the community. But because of this, two things have happened. One is that they're not able to climb into status positions in America. They're not CEOs. The other thing is that there are problems finding a very good mate, okay? It's easy for them to find someone of their status or below, but it's very hard for East Asian men to actually marry up and improve their status and social economic standing in America. All right?